current theme of reviewing songs from boy bands continues this week, as today's review is of the latest hit song from the Vamps called Last Night. It seems kind of ironic that considering last week I mentioned this group in passing, and now they've popped up on the charts yet again with another track that, once again, has been kept off the top spot. Naturally, with a song by this group, I am filled with dread and anticipation that I'm going to be faced with even more trite, pandering lyrics that lack any sense of originality, or indeed try to create something interesting and meaningful with an unoriginal idea. It is possible after all to do that. Then again, you look at the writing team of Wayne Hector, who's written some really good songs for acts such as Ollie Murs and Westlife, the TMS production team who wrote my favourite hit song of 2012, Read All About It Part 3 by Emily Sandé, and Ayak Thiek, who has written for acts such as James Morrison, CeeLo Green and Kylie Minogue. So surely they can make something good with credentials like these, can't they? Well, they can, but just not here. Again, this song panders to the fan base that is going to eat this shit up unashamedly and defend it to the hilt. And you know what? I can understand it. The music has a very infectious pop rock feeling that I can't help but admit that I find very appealing, and can't help but feel slightly captivated by its uplifting feeling and at times anthemic tone. However, we all know the lyrics mean more to me than the music, so how are they? Again, they're not great, but no way as bad as their previous outings. They're just embarrassing and inconsistent. First off, after we get past the chorus of O's, the singer claims that he can apparently throw his glasses in the sky whilst his hands are in the air, that he and this ever-changing girl of his affection, the copy and paste your face in this scenario girls, because these guys are clearly referring to you, can start again when the walls close in, which is when the evening comes. The verse reads poorly, but it doesn't take a genius to work out that these guys are in a club. Verse 2 is where the singer desires to destroy the building he's in, but wants to live it up, but notes that he's only got one night to do it in. Perhaps he's suffering from a terminal disease that means he'll be dead by tomorrow, or perhaps after this night he's moving on to the next innocent victim who he intends on screwing. I think I know which option it is, and it isn't the one I wish it was. He rambles on about the typical party cliches about dancing until he dies, how no one's going home tonight, and how he wants his victim, I mean lover, to kiss him because it could, quote, be their last. Gag me. The chorus adds inconsistency by starting off with "wake me up in the morning with the sunlight in my eyes," claiming he can't remember what happened last night before lifting off things that he remembers doing, which makes him a liar. And on a side note, what do you think you would do at a club? Sit on the sidelines and be a complete fucking buzzkill? If you were doing blow in the toilets, then okay, at least that's something completely left field and would take this on in a completely different direction, which might have made for an even more interesting song. Then again, this is the Vamps. The most interesting they get is drinking alcohol. Really pushing the envelope, guys. Then they hope that tomorrow never comes, which it clearly has because you've gone from evening to morning. Idiots. Much like the debut outing from 5 Seconds of Summer, it's nothing that's worth getting in an uproar about. It's an average track with decent enough music that's inoffensive, uninspiring, and could have been a hell of a lot worse than it stands already. It certainly isn't something that would make me want to change the channel the second I heard it come on, so you can take that for what it's worth. In comparison to most of the other songs by other boy bands over the last 3 to 4 years, this is nowhere near as terrible. It's the usual pandering crap that I've come to expect nowadays, and to be honest, I just find this all too boring to give two shits about. It'll go away in a month's time, maybe less, and then the cycle will begin again. The endless circle of strife.